Shavonna, my home builder, investor, realtor. This is a powerhouse panel. Thank you for letting me talk to them because I need to know the secrets, y'all. Legacy, what does that mean to you, Michelle?
Building. It means wealth. Thank you.
Speak.
Building wealth, something to leave to your family, and it just legacy. Just you want something to carry on, to be positive, and something that your children and just your extension of everybody that learns from that. Right?
I love that. Yeah. Josh, we talk legacy right now. Couple words. What does that mean right now, today, to you?
Family first. Family includes more than my immediate family as well, and what you will be remembered by, what you've built, what you've done, what you've done for others, I think is huge. So that's me, short, sweet, and simple.
I love it. India, you know, Shavonna talks about legacy all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And legacy to me, I think a lot of times when people say generational wealth, they think like material, but legacy to me is making sure that the next generations know what to do so they can hold on to things. Right. So legacy to me is the knowledge and the wisdom that they can continually pass that down. You can't take that away from you.
Holding on to it, Lisa. Holding on to it. What does that look like today, especially with all the news we're hearing, all the different things with inflation? What is one thing when you think of what's going on today, how do I hold on to my legacy? What does that look like?
First of all, legacy to me is my name. It's my name. Carrying that name on generation after generation. And making strategic moves in the market today. In this market today, you have to make your strategic moves to know that you're investing properly. Yeah. So that's, if you're talking about the market today, that's what I would say regarding that.
Love it. India, we talk about partnership. We talk about networking, being in the rooms with people, but also looking for collaborations and different projects. And I know you and Shavonna, you're doing some big things, right? But in this room, what are some of the things or some of the tips you would give someone as they're networking, they're working in real estate, maybe they want to get into it. What does that conversation look like today?
Get the name and the number.
Yes.
Ooh. And that's all there is, really. That's the biggest hurdle that I see when you're trying to get to your next level is you need those resources. The only way you can get those resources is by having a name and a phone number, email, but phone number preferably. Let's keep it real, right? We need to have real human conversations. And then after that, everything is organic because Shavonna said it earlier is, there's someone that has something that you need and you will not know that until you have spoken to them. Yeah. And made a genuine connection, not just a what can you do for me connection.
Yeah. Say that one more time. Say it one more time.
Genuine connection.
Yeah. Genuine connections. Now, we talk about real estate. It could be daunting for a lot of people. I want to get into it. Maybe I have a cousin, sister, brother, friend that's in real estate. Maybe I'll learn from them. Josh, what does that pathway look like for someone who wants to get into it, not sure, because there's different ways to get in? What is something you would say they should do?
Everybody's path is different, obviously, and I'm not sure that it's clear cut. I mean, yeah, I could tell you go take the class, become a broker. A lot of people do that. Not many people make it. Again, I'm going to go back to God on this. And I mean, it's, if God's called you to do something, you can do it. And if he's told you to do it, you better do it. So, I mean, and God moves in mysterious ways. I mean, I got into real estate because somebody knocked on my door and asked if I wanted to buy a real estate company. I mean, it happened. So everybody, I'm not saying it's that. I don't think there's a cookie cutter formula that, but if you want to do it, I'm a firm believer as long as you're in the will of God, you can do it.
Aren't they dropping dimes, y'all? Michelle, what made you get into real estate? What made you say, you know what, that's the pathway I want to build my legacy?
The truth.
Truth.
The truth.
Truth, right? Truth.
I lost my job. I was working for the governor, and I was doing land site acquisitions, and that position went away. And so one day I went into work, and they were like, so we no longer need you. So I was like, what? Walk into my car and I said, God, you got to have a plan because I don't. I don't. And so I went a year. And I got to keep it short and sweet. So I went a year looking for employment, and they were just saying, so I went to Spelman, I did English. So I had been working in real estate, so I didn't have the qualifications to go to English or to be a teacher. So it was everything, my experience was real estate, right? So it went a year, and I finally passed the test, and then I got into real estate. And so it didn't become easy because everything I was doing was like, I'm not making any money. This is not right, right? So then I researched more and more, and I was like, who's making money in real estate? What are they doing? And everybody was doing foreclosures.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, that's the ticket. So I was like, let me research these banks, find out how to become a REO broker, and that's what I did. And so at that point, my first listing from the bank was $700,000. And I noticed the investors were coming at me like left and right, like, hey, you got anything else? So at this point at night, 2 and 3 in the morning, I'm sitting out, I would go to the Georgia MLS and FMLS system and pull up foreclosures and send them out at 3 in the morning. Investors would call me the next morning like, hey, do you sleep? No, I don't, right? So, and then it took off from there. So I started in luxury foreclosures, and then I was known as a luxury foreclosure queen in Atlanta.
Say that again one more time, because I don't think the people in the back heard
Yeah,
you.
I was a luxury foreclosure queen in Atlanta. I was selling so many foreclosures that were worth something.
Right.
And then, you know, your market. So that one thing that people don't understand in real estate, investors always buy.
Right. Say
Investors
that again.
always buy. Okay? Investors always have cash they're going to buy. They have hard money. Retail may not go as quick as investors will buy. So I always kept that under my hat. And so I still to this day. So I've done from luxury to celebrities, Tyrese Gibson, Carlos King, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Bishop Murphy. I've sold all their houses multiple times. But I still do everything else. And I try to find a good deal with everything that I do. But yeah.
Ooh, and what's
Yeah.
your title again now?
Oh, it was luxury foreclosure queen, but now it's just multi-million
You're
dollar
just a
producer.
queen.
Yeah.
You're the queen.
You see how she
You're
said
the
it?
queen.
Just multi-million dollar.
India, I see you nodding at everything Michelle is saying. Like, what resonates with you from her story? Because I see you nodding.
I mean, everything. And so, reverse, it was the foreclosures that happened in my family that pushed me into real estate so that I could help people avoid that.
Love that. Now, we're coming into financial things, and families are having to look at foreclosure, unfortunately.
Right.
What are some pathways? Are there programs? Are there things that community leaders that can start talking or even lead your way? What does that look like for help for families right now?
So foreclosures are coming on the rise again. The market has took a shift. I mean, do y'all agree? Am I right?
It really has.
The market has taken a shift. And I think that with the market and the numbers that they are now, I think now is the time. They have 100% programs for buyers that have never bought a home before. They have 100% programs now that people can buy homes that have had a home before. You always have had FHA, 3% down, 3.5% down. So there are different ways to get into a home now that are a lot easier than it was before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We're saving homes, we're building, we're leaving a legacy, and we're using real estate as that pathway. What does the future look like for you individually, Lisa? If you had a magic ball, what does that future look like? Walk us through it.
That future looks like for me investing in multiple states because I'm a different real estate agent. Like I'm different as far as the real estate agents than they are. I came into real estate because I sell what we build. So we build new construction, my husband and I, from the ground up.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again. And is he?
Yes, he's here.
Here.
Okay, hubby, where you at? We're gonna give you
Where
props
is he?
too. Where is he?
I don't see him. Where
Oh,
is
there
he?
he is right there.
Where?
Oh, hey. Hey, home builder.
So that's truly the only reason I got into being a real estate agent is to build what we sell. And I do pay it forward because I work with a lot of investors as well. That's my wheelbase. That's my client. basis, investors. So I help new investors, seasoned investors. Like I have a circle that we deal with lenders and architects, all the people you need to make your project successful. We have a wheelhouse of that, have those in our wheelhouse. So what I do is I lend out my history, sometimes my credit, if I figure you're gonna do right by the project, if I figure I can invest in you, I will put forward my credit and our history to get you started with as lenders. Sometimes I pay that forward, no money behind that. I'm just paying it forward because I want to see everybody succeed in real estate. Everybody their dream might not be wanting to buy a home. They dream might be, I want to live in this apartment, but I want to build my portfolio. So I help with that, so that's what the future looks like for me, investing in different states, continuing that part of my business forward by helping other people get into real estate, knowing that it is obtainable for you. You don't think that because I don't have this amount of money or this credit, it's about being in the room with the right person.
Right.
So once you're in that room and you make that connection, like India said, get that number, get that email, get that name, and I promise it'll happen for you.
Yeah.
It might not happen overnight, but it'll happen for you.
Right.
Love that. I heard 3 things. God blesses those who he blesses, right? You're blessing
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
He'll bless you, right?
Yes.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You ain't say it that way, but I heard that, right?
Right.
I also heard partnerships, partnering up with people,
Yes.
right? Leveraging a little bit of what you have
Yes.
to help them and paying it forward. And thirdly, you're not afraid of a project.
Right. Not
Right.
at all.
Awesome work. Awesome work. Josh, for you, I'm going to skip over to you real quick. When we're talking about the future, I hear you're always talking about God. That's always your path forward. That's the light you're walking towards. In business, was there a point that it was taboo to talk about God or that be forefront in your conversations? Because you're unapologetic about it, right? But was there a time that was not the first thing?
I'm not going to say that there was a time that it was taboo. There was a time when I forgot God during my business, and I thought I had everything figured out. And real estate became transactional for me rather than relational. And real estate, in my opinion, is not transactional. It's very relational. And if you're not helping people, and it's not about the money. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not, because when I got into it, it was a service thing. I enjoyed helping others. And then I've been in it 21 years, so I've been at it a while, but it got to a point where I was dry. I mean, ready to quit, ready to, I really didn't know what I was ready to do. I mean, I thought I'd seen it all, done it all, and whatnot. And it took a toll on me and my family. And then I sat down, I said, God, something's got to change. He said, well, you ready to listen? So, I mean, it's never really been taboo. Now I forgot about it. Now I go in some rooms where, people are resistant, and I respect that. I mean, God, he'll move when he wants to move. I'm not him. Do I always share? Yes. And if I keep him first, family second, work third, everything for me seems to just door after door after door after door opens. I mean, I'm a country boy from the mountains of North Carolina, graduated with 50 kids. I mean, one black family within 60 miles of me. I'm sitting here in a room full of mostly black people, right? I mean, let's be honest. And I mean, the guys and ladies I've met, I mean, and the stories I could tell you, I mean, my wife looks at me sometimes and she's like, did you ever in a million years think this or that? I'm like, no. But I mean, it's like I told her one day, I was like, I'm turning the God thing back on. And I was like, you know what that means? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, if he says go to Africa, we're going. And she's like, okay, I'm in. I'm like, all right, as long as you're good with that. I said, I didn't know if I was going to have to get a divorce or not. I mean, I didn't know what was coming down the pipe for me. So, I put him first always. And I mean, I don't care if it's taboo.
Love that. India, Ooh, that was powerful, Josh. Thank you for that. India, when we're talking about future, things are changing, things are moving. What does that look like in the world of India right now for the future? What do you have coming up?
Well, for me, I want more agents to come into the firm because we've all seen, most of us, is a lot. You'll get those good agents in who can weather the storm. And if they can weather kind of where our market is right now, they're going to be golden. And, you know, God's real big on, like Josh said, he moves in mysterious ways. Mm-hmm. And so just when you don't think it's the time to get into it, that's the time you should move.
Love it. And I know with foreclosures and all the things you've weathered, there's really not a perfect time.
No.
What does that look like future-wise to the people who want to get in now? What does that look like?
I think everybody should understand that just because you fail, you didn't win, right? Just because you fail, you didn't win. Some losses are lessons.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Some losses are lessons, and I've learned that.
Yeah.
I've learned that because you don't always win in real estate. You don't. And you got to remember, relationship is real. I mean, real estate is really relationships, period. It's in the room. What did you say, Lisa, earlier? You said, hey, it's who your circle is.
Yes.
So what me and Lisa do, me and Lisa have teamed up on a couple of deals. Her husband, Jacoby can attest. Jacoby, how did I first meet you? When I was trying to get into real estate, I went doing construction cleaning. Am I right?
Yep.
Right? I've been through the mud with this, from the bottom to the top, right? So I started doing construction cleaning for Jacoby. That's how I met him, right? And that was what, 2004, 2005, maybe. And so now we've all developed a relationship. And so now, sometimes what Lisa and I will do, if people can't have enough to do their mortgage, sometimes we'll buy their rate down.
Yes.
Ooh.
Just did that
Right?
deal.
We'll contribute to their closing costs. We do what it takes to make this work because it's not about the money, as Josh said. It's about the biggest investment somebody is making.
Yes.
And if you can help,
Yes.
then that's what you do.
Love that.
Right.
They will work through it.
Yes.
They will work through it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to leave with one word. What is your word for the audience, Lisa?
Thankful.
Ooh, thankful. India, what's your word?
Persistence.
Persistence. Josh?
Relationships.
Mine is consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is a super powerhouse
Thank
panel
you.
up here. Thank you, everybody.